Hey, what's going on? I am Captain Zap. Welcome to the show. Let's play Valheim. Today, we're going to be building, or at least starting the Mistlands build. I spent a not so insignificant amount of time trying to narrow down where we're going to build. I've been traveling all throughout these islands. I definitely want to do an island base. I think we've a couple, well, it was probably like a month or so ago now. We were over here in this group of islands. We found something pretty good, but I've just been double checking all these other islands around here and wherever else I see islands, I guess. I don't know. Looking for some place to build. I didn't find anything really that stuck out. So let's go back over here and we'll just take a closer look. I think this is going to be the place, in all honesty. I am in hammer mode or whatever that is. I think that just lets me build anything that I want without having the resources. There's not enough time, man. The mountain biome build fucking crushed my soul. And, it was just too much. It was just too much. Having to grind all that stuff out. If you haven't checked it out, go check out the mountain biome build. Took a lot. It's totally vanilla. I built that. I harvested all the materials for that. Every building that we've done up to this one has been completely vanilla, and I've been doing all the survival, whatever you want to call it. But not this one, and probably not the Ashlands one either. We got to finish the series. We got to move on. So I'm not going to spend 2 weeks gathering materials just for a build. Let's do our Lightfoot meat. Oh, it's raining. Good. Well, that actually makes this place look a little bit prettier than I thought. I think this is going to be at these little islands here. There are a few of them. Let's go over here. I think this would be a nice... the vibe here is kind of like... I don't know. I don't want to say Asian, because I think Asia's a pretty fucking big place. So I think very like... I don't know, maybe Chinese vibe, or maybe like even Korea or Japan. I haven't been to China or Japan, but from what I've seen, they're very beautiful. Going to Vietnam next year. That'll be nice. I'm really stoked on that. Pictures I've seen of Vietnam are fucking so beautiful. So I figure we'll try to give this place... See, there's a number of islands. I don't know how many islands I'm going to go to, but we're going to try to give this place a... I don't know what the PC way of saying this is, but like an Asian kind of feel, I guess. I might go like... Southeast Asian maybe on this one. Maybe Japanese. I don't know. But it feels right, you know what I mean? And I think I'm going to try to keep as many of these trees as I can. There's no way... I've been looking for places that I can build farms, like farm plots. I thought it'd be kind of cool to do like tiered... some tiered farms or something, but you can't... All the islands that I went to, you can't cultivate, so... I guess f*** it, right? I think we'll do some sort of bridge here, maybe. And maybe we'll put a couple buildings. We'll do maybe a building or two here. And then we'll do a building or two over on this one. And then... Oh, hey, buddy, you're gonna have to move. This is my land now. And then I like the way that this kind of looks. That's cool that that's there. So we'll keep that. I might put something here. Maybe some sort of like a temple or something. I don't know. we'll see. I'm gonna play this one by ear. So maybe we'll start here on this island. We're gonna do a lot of like rope bridges and just very small houses. I think that might be appropriate. Maybe this is like a fishing village or something, or maybe it's all just one big temple. Maybe we could do like a pagoda or something up here, overlooking this sword. I don't know. That could be cool. That could be okay, I guess. This is going to be a lot of me just, you know, trying to fucking think through these problems. So I'm going to try to do this relatively quickly, though. So let's get started. Where are we going to start? Maybe I'll start with some inspiration. Go watch some YouTube videos of some Chinese house building or something. Traditional house building. Yeah. Let me think. I'll be right back. I have changed my mind. There's not much I can do here, man. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, and none of it's kind of working out. You know, I wanted to do like a small little fishing village or something, and you can't plant things anywhere, even if you could. I mean, it wouldn't be much. You can't cultivate any of this fucking soil. The trees are fucking sunken into the rocks. I need mods to do anything fun or cool, I think. But I'm not going to do any mods for the rest of this playthrough. So I think what I'm going to do, I've changed my mind completely. We're going to fucking destroy this whole island. We're going to reduce it all the way down to nothing. And then right here on this island, I think, we're going to try to expand this out a little bit and connect it with this one. And then I'm going to build like a fight arena / like a dojo or something. I think that could be fun. And fast. That's what I'm looking for. So we're just going to do something really quick. We'll do like a fighting arena. This could be like, you know, the place where in the world where all the fighters gather, you know, every couple of years to fight or something. Like some sort of Mortal Kombat. Something like that. It might look cool also. I don't know. I haven't seen the like a storm roll in or anything, but you get those cool like purple lightning bolts and stuff. It could be kind of cool in that sense, but we'll see. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna destroy all this shit, all this rock. I don't think we're gonna be able to use any of these trees, unfortunately. I tried destroying a little bit of this rock here and the tree didn't move, so maybe I just have to destroy more or what. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. But one thing is for sure, the next playthrough I'm gonna use the hammer mod that lets you place down world objects and you know, the whole shebang. So for now I'm gonna destroy this rock. We're gonna try to bring some land out and make a rectangle, I guess. And then we're gonna start putting down some stuff. There's also gonna be, I think I'll put like beds and stuff. Maybe a bunch of fighters gather, like I said, every couple of years and duke it out right in front of this sweet monument. This is basically the driving force here in this build. So we'll figure the rest of this out maybe another time. I might, once we conclude this playthrough, I might come back to it with mods, to be honest with you. I don't know if I want to start a whole new playthrough. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. Lots of uncertainty, man. Lots of uncertainty. Anyway, I'm gonna chip away at this thing. Like I said, I'm gonna bring out some land. Also, the land's a little bit hard to raise Everything's like a fucking cliff edge, dude. Look how it goes down pretty deep in some places. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to raise land completely. I'll have to use a lot of iron. This guy's got to die, unfortunately. I won't do it now, but once we get to that point, I think we'll bring some of this down. This might be a pretty appropriate height. Something like that. Yeah, and then I'll destroy this. I'll see you in a minute. Oh, see, we got a storm. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, dude, pretty sick. Pretty sick. It's gonna look good. I had to come a little bit closer to this monument here. I think this is gonna be a good size. We are 13 of these 2-meter beams, so 26 meters wide and 18 meters deep. And then we're gonna leave some. Uh-oh. Let's see. This shouldn't be too bad, right? Ah, it's fine. We're gonna, I think, put stairs all the way around, except for in the front here. This will be all open for fighting. And we can't go into that. There's like, I don't, dude, this game, man, I swear to God, you can't dig into some of this land here. It's just like this fucking stupid land thing that sticks straight up in the air. I fucking hate that. I hate it. It's gotten in my way so many fucking times in this game. Anyways, so we'll go to, I don't know, right about where this cliff face starts. Maybe we'll dig into it a little bit, but not too much. We're not going to be able to totally flatten this area, so whatever, dude. It is what it is. Depending on these waves, I may end up raising this a little bit, but not too much. This is the basic layout. It'll come out to here, and then all the way across. Big rectangle. So I'm gonna keep working on the land portion of this, and then when it's time to put down some bricks or whatever, I'll bring you back. Okay, we got this thing kind of sorted, I think. This is the most I could raise the land here. It's pretty shitty. And it just kind of like cuts off sharply. You can't raise it any more than that, which kind of sucks. But what can you do? I think so. This will be the arena here. This part, this open part, and then this is dead center. And I think this channel around the border here is going to be like stairs down into the arena, and then we'll build the structure. This will all be like rooms and beds and maybe a kitchen or something, or a shrine or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out as we go. What I did is I found dead center on these two dead center lines, because it's 13 by 9. This should be dead center, and we should be able to place one of these Rouston floors here. But I want to do it at an angle. So I'm wondering, see, it's not quite perfect. But I think that's okay. It doesn't quite stretch the whole thing, but I think that's going to be all right. I definitely want the arena to be like this diamond pattern, so we're going to go with that. We'll just kind of fill in all the hell, man. Bottom, top. We'll just kind of fill in all this area here as much as we can. And that shouldn't matter either. But it might. Yeah, alright, well, let's go. We'll get as close to the edge as we can. Kind of like that. And then maybe we'll fill in this area with, like, these... I don't know right now. I guess we'll figure that out. We'll figure it out now. So these are gonna go like that. I think we'll go too high on those ones. Kind of like that. We'll do something like that. And then I'm just going to do this corner so we can have a reference. Okay. Maybe we do that. That could be okay. You know what? I might end up just doing this one. So you can walk all the way around. It'll be... What is this? A 4x4? So you can walk all the way around 4x4. You have plenty of room. Maybe we'll do some like weapon storage or something too. That could be pretty interesting. And then... So let's get rid of all this shit really quick. I feel like I usually have a better idea what I'm gonna build, but I'm just so... I don't know. I just don't care, really. I know I shouldn't say that, but it's... I don't know, man. I want to play modded, man. That's what I want. Oh, see, this doesn't work either. Can I make that work? Probably not, because it's an odd number. Yeah, at some point we're gonna have to go to probably a 2x2. Yeah, it'll be here at the end. And then we'll do it in the middle as well. This will probably be a good spot for that. And then we'll do... something like that. Yeah, so... I'm getting way out of control here. So we're gonna do... something like that. And then I want them to meet up... Yeah, I guess we can just do this. We just got to be careful not to go over this edge here too much. We could probably go over a little bit, but not that much. Because I want this to be kind of like a straight drop off. Maybe we might go like one. Can we do a 1x1? Yeah, we'll probably do 1x1s to border the entire perimeter. Border the entire perimeter. Whatever. You get it. Yeah, that's probably the most we can go over. And then we can fill these... Well, I guess we don't have to. We're gonna do stairs that go from here down into the arena. I'm all over the place, dude. Give me a second. Get rid of this shit. We'll rebuild it here in the middle. and then something like that. And then we can do one of these bad boys. And then a couple of these little tiny boys. Although I don't know why. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So now we're going to do this. I don't know if that's going to work out for us. See, it doesn't. Yeah. There's some texture creeping here. That looks pretty awful. So what we'll do is we will free place one of these so that it is just sinking below. Probably do like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we can put this right here. And then we'll do this one the same. Can I don't think it's gonna grab this other one here, man. So we'll switch to here. We'll do that. Yeah. All right. And then we'll fill that shit in. Dude, this looks pretty fucking sick, man. I love this. I really do. Maybe we'll do like a fun design, because we have these black ones that are pretty much the same. Yeah, they're the same size. We could probably do like a fun design in this middle one. I'll figure something out. Make it really cool. And then let's figure out a way to hide this shit. Maybe do that, and then we'll grab this and we'll put it on free place. And I kind of want it just below. No. I want it to be just above. Maybe a little bit higher than that. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. See if that worked. So that should hide all of our bullshit. Maybe we can even run it like through here. As like a nice border. Yeah, that's not... I don't hate that. So let's run this all the way through. See how it looks. And this will run all the way down here to hide all the tiles that kind of poke out a little bit. And then we'll figure something out. And we'll bring this down to like the water level or something. But otherwise, I think it's looking pretty good. I got a couple ideas. I think it's gonna look something like this. Although I'll probably use half walls and we'll do windows. And then this will be probably a hallway. one floor tile hallway, and then the rooms will be here on the left. All the way around. And then this, I think this will be a deck that will wrap all the way around the outside. So the rooms will be 1, 2, 3. Is that right? Oh, you know what? I might have fucked this up. This is going to be a pretty small arena. Oh, man, that sucks. Yeah, I kind of fucked this up a little bit. It's got to be one out. So we're going to... Yeah, shit. What can he do? I'll delete this, and we'll push it out one. Sorry. I went around the whole perimeter. I made everything 2 meters wider for this walkway. I think this is a good size arena. It seemed a little bit small before, but I think this is the way to go, bro. So we're pretty much done here. I am gonna do a little bit more. Just bring this over here like that. And then fill in these gaps here. There we go. So that's the whole perimeter done. This thing looks pretty sick, man. I am definitely into this. Now we got to worry about the structure of the like living quarters area. I think what I'm gonna do is I will probably end up doing the flooring like I did in the tavern, where it's kind of free placed and staggered, just to give it a more... Fuck off, dude. Okay. Kind of like that. I'll do the floors like that, I think. Throughout the whole build. That could be pretty cool. There's going to be, I think, a roof overhang that comes to here to keep you dry while you're spectating. So I think it'll come out to here, but I think most of it's going to be made out of wood like this. Maybe half of it. So we might end up doing... And it's definitely going to be these ones. That's going to take some thinking. Let me think on that for a little bit. For now, we're going to do... So this is the middle. There's going to be 2 different doorways, I think. Something like this. Just placeholders, probably. I don't know if they're going to stay. They might. They look nice. And then we'll do half walls. All the way around. And I'll keep going off screen, but this, so we're going to do half walls all the way around. This is going to be a walkway here. Let's just get that kind of going. But it's going to be made of that floor right there that we already kind of started laying down. That's going to go all the way around, hallways, and then these are going to be rooms, I think. And then this will be a deck. So the rooms will be very small, I think. Maybe they'll be longer this way. That could be pretty cool. Alright, and then we'll do... And since we're in hammer mode, I think I'm just gonna go fucking crazy. I've already gone crazy with the iron beams. But I think I want to try a couple different things. I want to try a few things. I had an idea. That I've been not trying because it's very expensive. So if we place a beam just a guide beam about halfway covering up this this beam here as a guide beam. I want to put down some of these standing torches. I think I'm gonna use the mouse to do this. And we'll kind of put them, try to do like some windows, I think. So let's do a bunch of these. Let's see if I can fucking figure it out. That looks like it's working pretty well. This is gonna take me a long time, I think. Although I feel like that one's not perfect. Okay, that's kind of cool. And then we can do... maybe something like this. I think these things should go out by themselves. But I think you could probably snuff them out like that. Oh yeah, dude. Sick. Very sick. Alright, now let's pop this bad boy in here. Something like that. Dude, that is sick, man. No way. That's a sick window. Whoa. Alright, I'm happy with that. Can we do... and we might do something else up here. I think... let's leave that open for now. I might end up just putting like a half wall up there. For now. Yeah, dude, this is very cool. I like that. It's too bad it takes so long. My God, this is going to take me... I'm going to do this whole thing. The whole thing is going to get done like that. And I don't know if I want to do a full... like the full height of them, or if I want to do half. Like that. I'm not so sure, but you know, I know it looks good. Wow. Okay. Let me figure this out. I'll do the rest of them, and maybe I'll stagger them. I'll do a couple small ones and then some big ones. All right, this is what one wall looks like. I fucking really dig it. I think it looks really good. This guy kind of got fucked up a little bit here, but adds character, man. You know what I'm saying? I did the roof because it started to rain, and I didn't want anything to get fucking destroyed. It's just pretty simple. For now, I went 2 up and 3 down. I decided not to do a back porch. I figured it might be pretty fucking useless, so... the inside's gonna be bigger then. So, you know, I think that's pretty cool. Probably do windows the same way around the back. These can go away. Yeah. Fucking sick, dude. I did put ashwood half walls, top and bottom. I think the contrast in the wood kind of looks pretty cool. And the way that I did it was where's some snapping points here? I I put down a couple of points like so, only they were not like that. You fool. Kind of like that. And then I grabbed the half wall and I put it into free place mode. And I set it in so that it was just barely trimmed out. Like that. And then the other one should snap. And then if you go around to the back, now you can pop that in there and you have a double-sided wall. And I think this looks way better. Instead of having the back side of this has like a upside down V in it. Which I think is fucking stupid. So we did it this way. And I think it came out a lot better. I also think I didn't do it that way. I think oh yeah. I did it just like that, and then I deleted these. And I put down these, but I used the front front-facing wall as the snapping point for this, so that this way you kind of have this this offset here that I like. I think that looks pretty cool. And on the inside you have this wicked long like ledge, which I think also looks pretty cool. And it all kind of worked out. I think that looks really nice. I'm gonna keep doing these windows. I've been putting down regular floor in here just so I could map out where I want the rooms to go. I'll do that with these 2x2s. And then I'll do the floors like this. I also think instead of doing the ceiling like that, I'm gonna do it the way that we're doing the floors. Staggered kind of pattern like that. I think that looks pretty nice. And I think we're gonna bring this out a little bit to cover up all that disgusting roof tile kind of spilling out. I was thinking about doing something like this. And bringing it out like this far. So maybe we could do like one more, and maybe that's going to be ash wood. Maybe it'll be ash wood. I think that might look pretty nice. If this just kind of continues like that. Let's give it a look. The old look-see. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't love it. But I don't hate it either. Maybe we won't come out all the way out this far. Maybe we'll put it in here somewhere. Like that. What do we... Yeah, that's actually not bad. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go with that, I think. Maybe I might come out one more, but we'll see. And then we'll do some sort of like roof decoration. We'll do that. We'll design the inside. You know, I'm going to keep working on this. This is going to take me a while, so I'm going to keep working on this. I'm probably going to call it here though. This is either running long or it's going to be really short. So it's hard to tell with these build videos. Let me know what you think of this in the comments. Give me a like, thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Tell your friends about it, all that crap. Yeah, I'm interested to know what you have to say about this this build. And do you think I should add on to it? Should this be like a whole village? Like a mountain kind of cliff village, maybe? I don't know. I'm not too sure. You let me know what you think in the comments. I think it's pretty cool. It's just like a standalone. Maybe I'll put like a small port back here or something. Maybe in here. Like a small port, maybe, with a bunch of boats in it. Just like all these people are staying here, and they're here to see the tournament, or fight in the tournament. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna call this one here. I had a great time. Hope you did too, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!